And I'm joined by Josh Williams and Charles Bain. And, you know, last night, obviously, very exciting. And what was different for you guys, not only was it a great performance, but it was in a different venue for you guys. You know, you played all of last year, you had to sit out. But last year, you guys were down at PPG, Paints. And this year, you're coming back on campus. What was that like? What was the transition like back to being on campus?
I feel like playing at PPG is a different field. But playing at the rec where, you know, more of the students could come out and support you, you know, fill up the gym and make some noise while the game is going on. I feel like that. I mean, it feels more at home, more special, especially when you have like big moments like he had, breaking records and all that.
Yeah, well, what was that like with all of the students there? Because we were back on campus and the stadium was close to full, especially in the student section.
It was huge. It was huge just to sit out that year, and like Charles said, it was just different because we were at home on campus where you could see your logo on the floor instead of somebody else's, and just to come off of a year sitting out and be able to do that in front of people who have welcomed me with open arms was just huge.
Right, and so obviously, you know, you had an idea of how the night was going and how well you were playing, but at what point throughout the night did you have an idea that, man, I can make 15 threes? Did you know that was the record, the 15 threes?
I had no idea.
Okay.
I had no idea where I was on the makes that I had during the game.
Right.
I just know that I had guys behind me like Charles telling me to keep shooting, keep shooting, so I did.
And Charles, how did you, as his teammate, see the night unfold? When did you know that it was going to be something special?
I don't know, to be honest. Just like you say, he didn't know he was going to shoot like 15 threes a game, make 15 threes. But I didn't know he was going to make the record until like the announcer was like, oh, he had 13 or 14 threes. Then coach took him out, and then I hear the crowds like, put him in, we want Josh, we want Josh.
Yeah.
And then like when he got in, he made 15, and then they announced like it's like tied the record for history. It's like a good experience.
And it was a really special night, and I'm sure today was pretty special for you as well, Josh. What media outlet or what media person was the coolest that recognized your accomplishment?
I think it's great, one, to be on SportsCenter.
Yeah.
That in itself is amazing. But probably one of the local radio guys. I forget his name. I think it's Colin Dunlap.
Cool.
I think that was pretty cool to be reached out by someone in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. That's awesome, and that's pretty special. I'm glad you got the recognition that you did. So continuing, beyond the record performance to the season. So you guys opened the season with USC, which is one of the better teams that you'll play throughout the year on paper, and you guys were leading in the second half. But ultimately, they came back and they ended up winning that game. But you guys have some big games coming up in Purdue and Louisville. So what can you guys learn from that loss to take into those games? So maybe you can close out against one of these big-time opponents.
I feel confident with our team and what we could do as a team. Against USC, we came out with the intentions to win the game. We were up like 5 points with like 8 minutes left in the game, and like little stuff like turnovers, losing focus, and like losing sight of that. We have this high-ranked team in the Pac-12 on their heels. Instead of taking advantage, we kind of let it slip away a little bit.
Yeah, what do you think you can take from that first experience? It was your first game as a Colonial.
Yeah, I would agree with what Charles said. Like you said, it was my first game as a Colonial, but I've been in other games, big venues, and I think the maturity thing, the maturity side of it is something big to take out of it. We got to sustain our effort throughout the whole game and never let up. When you get up in a situation like that, you have to charge forward even with even more head of steam.
Yeah.
So
right.
Just keeping at it.
And so those are obviously two of the big opponents left, and then you guys will begin conference play. So this year the conference is going to look a little bit different. Junior Robinson's gone; he was the player of the year, and this season the team's looking a little bit different. Who are you guys most looking forward to playing in the conference?
It's a good conference. A lot of teams in the conference get most of the players back, like St. Francis, PA. I think they're picked preseason #1.
Okay.
But I don't think we worried about any team in our conference. As long as we play the way we play and play hard every night, we should have a successful year.
To be honest with you, I'm ready to play everybody.
Yeah.
Anybody in the conference, I'm ready to play. I sat out and watched them play for a whole year, so just anybody, especially whoever is number one.
Right, and so you guys are definitely just looking forward, especially you. You got to watch all the teams last year. You didn't get to get into the games, but this year you certainly will, and I'm looking forward to the conference play as much as you guys are, I'm sure. So thank you guys for joining us. Josh, congrats on your record-breaking performance, and congrats on a great start to your season as well, Charles.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.